is really wrong with him? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. I'll be so glad when we can bring this guy to court and get him done and taken care of as soon as possible. He definitely has some mental issues attached to him. Uh, Fernando, we have done our products tested. I don't know about your stuff, but our products tested. I go to more forum sites with my products at the end of the day. I do more tests on my products at the end of the day. And as for the blackout cloth surface that we give away for free, no, it doesn't do the same thing as our product. The problem we have with you, Jamie, is that you don't test your products. And because you don't test your products, you don't know what your products are capable and can and cannot do due to the fact that you do not do proper testing. For you to make a statement saying that, oh, his product matches blackout cloth, have you seen the dozens upon dozens and dozens of demonstrations that we have displayed our products on versus black cloth, black material, or different forms of black fabric? This shows you at the end of the day that you are extremely desperate and just taking stabs in the dark at anything you can pretty much get to land. That's sad. I have test demonstrations on all products, and you have no test demonstrations at all. When we've done demonstrations, we painted literally into screens with black paint. I got dozens of demonstrations on black fabric. You know how we came across those test demonstrations? Because when we were giving away the blackout cloth for free, we didn't want customers to think that they could basically do the same thing with black fabric that they can do with our projection screen paints. So we did a side-by-side demonstration to show the comparison of what would happen if a customer were to just use everyday black sheet or black fabric. How would that compare to our products? This is the reason why you don't do the research on our products, and this is why we can come in anytime we want to and make you look like a complete idiot on YouTube. So he's telling customers, hey, blackout cloth used for projection screens save hundreds. This is why you don't do any testing, and because you don't do any testing, you're not aware of people who do testing. These are our tests. Let me go bring up the page. I'm doing some editing on my page right now. Let me bring up my official website. This is my official website for everybody who wants to see this. You can go into my official website. You can choose test demonstrations or demo. This is something that no other page has. He doesn't have it on his page because he doesn't do tests. This is the same individual who would not post to his site his deleted videos because, again, no real testing. So if you go under my test demonstrations, under our products we have here, we have our products tested versus black fabric and black paint. We've done these tests already. So again, as always, very late to the party, always showing up late for just about everything you could possibly think of. We've done these tests already. As a matter of fact, it's one of the first tests I do besides the certified screens against our products to show that our products don't match fabric or any kind of material, because we can back our products up 100%, something you can't do because your products are not tested. Come on, man. At the end of the day, I don't think like you. See, in your mind, you cut as many corners as you possibly can to get over on people. Me, on the other hand, I run a ton of tests on my products to show my customers that we're not going to match anything that we throw against our screen. Not only that, I'm in a ton of forum sites where I get asked these questions constantly all the time. People I do business with ask these questions. Customers who buy from us ask these questions. And guess what I can do? I can direct them to the many demonstrations that we've done on black fabric. That's black fabric laying against my screen. Now, you may think that you're probably trying to test our products at the end of the day. How are you worried about testing my products when your products are not even tested? You can order screen print from my website anytime you want to, but you choose not to do this because, again, you already know the outcome of it all. We can order screen paint from your site, but we end up getting our money back because your product doesn't work, and you know this. So as for your theory on do we match black fabric, we've got tons of tests on that. It's not even funny. We even go through white level tests, color tests, the whole 9 yards, everything. And the reason why we do that, again, is to prove to our customers that they're buying our products and we give them a free blackout cloth surface, and they feel that they can do the same thing with the same material then it's not going to work. There it is right there. That's the blackout cloth surface we give away free to our customers. We can show the difference between that can't see white light. What the heck is wrong with you? You're not smart at all, period. Not a very intelligent person. I can honestly say that. Maybe with other things you may be good, but in home theater, no, you are not. You don't test your products, and therefore you can't do any of the tests we give you or tell you to do on your own products because you don't know the outcome because you haven't tested them. And a perfect example of that is the Network Race 773 video. It's a perfect example. If you had tested your product properly, you would have noticed you would have matched that paint. That would have saved you a lot of pain and problems that you had on camera. But you got on camera, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and figured that a person who didn't even test the product to see what would happen, you figured you was going to pass it, but you didn't, you matched it. We don't match black fabric. Oh my goodness, he learns nothing at all. So again, I have to come back in here again and make you look like a fool on YouTube again. Just like the same individual came on and said, oh, his product doesn't work with 4K. Huh? I had to come back in and embarrass you on that too. Not only did I do a demonstration, but I had a screen paint called Dedicated 4K. My projector sat back 14 feet. I displayed on a 126-inch screen, and I did it in a fully lit environment, far more light than you've ever used in any of your demonstrations, as we're doing right here. The reason why you're upset because you're seeing my kitchen table filled with orders, it's making you upset. You figure, hey, I'm going to figure a way to get in there and try to do something damaging to his company by saying that, hey, you don't need to buy his product. You can just use it with black material. Guess what? Beat you to that a long time ago. We did these demonstrations about a year ago. Time stamped. So customers who buy my products already know. The only people who listen to your nonsense at the end of the day are people at the end of the day who don't know better. If they have been through your website, let me tell you about the credibility of your customers, and I hate to put it this way, but it's true. The credibility of your customers show that clearly at the end of the day they're just stupid. I hate to say it, but it's true. Anyone who's ever read through that website clearly has to understand that whoever slides a credit card through that website, reading what they read in that website, clearly can see that the person who is selling those products does not know what he's talking about. And if you were dumb enough to slide a credit card through that website and order that product and display that screen on YouTube, we all know you got taken. Especially for those of you running around with the Cinemax, we know you got taken. Video right there in the demonstration showing this guy matching house paint. That's why if you look on his website, you see some of the videos are missing. The reason why they're missing because that's for customers requesting to have their videos removed due to the fact that they don't want to be labeled as idiots. We've seen your customers in forum sites. They don't stick around long because everybody knows that they got taken at the end of the day. They have a product that's untested at the end of the day and it doesn't even work. So I know you want to try your hardest to take a stab in the dark and maybe something may hit on our products, but we test all our products out. That's why I had these demonstrations. And still, for a person who made, I guess, a demonstration to back his products, you delete a lot of videos. A lot of videos are missing off your account. Frankenstein's are gone, they're not on the account anymore. Videos that you did some kind of test on the Cinemax are all missing. There's one demonstration of basically customer showing some customer review on his product missing. That video is gone too. That one missing. There's the Bear silver screen missing video. There's bunches of videos missing off your account. We even told you to take the deleted videos and post them to your front page. Couldn't even do that. You can't even back up your own work because it doesn't even work. But we've done fabric. All I see at the end of the day is a jealous man who basically can't do anything right when it comes to screen paint products. I mean, he could if he worked at it, but he doesn't want to work at it. He's too lazy. And if you don't believe me, go through his website and read through that mess. Because not only that is hideous, there's your product right there. So that's my screen blowing out your product while I'm knocking out a black surface at the same time. It's not only that, but consider the fact, Jamie, you stole Google images. Why do you forget these things? For some reason, you just forget these things. They actually happen. You do stuff and you expect people to forget them, even though the evidence is right there on the site. Do you know how many people have clicked onto your website and hit that image and hit that back button? That's pretty disturbing when you literally have to steal images to make your product look good. And then owning that projector and you still have to steal images. Now, if anybody wants to see our tests are displayed right on our website for all to see. Unlike others, they can't do this due to the fact that they have not tested their products correctly. In every demonstration, we have the fabric test. Here we are. We got this question asked one time about our product versus black mesh. And that Dynasty paint, yeah, that's in every single demonstration. When you do videos like that, Jamie, you know what it's called? It's called desperation. It's called being very desperate, jealous, obsessed with our company. This is what we talk about. You're obsessed with us. We bring your product down here for testing. We buy your product, you give us back money. You can't back your own product up. When we talk about you, we talk about your product and product only. You got umpteen cancellations that you cannot produce a product. You are so terrified to send a product out. If anybody asks for your product for testing, you are so terrified that you'll commit fraud. Got the videos right there to back it up. He's a frightened little man. Very frightened. Told you to make a entire product line for the month of March. Can't even do that. Can't make a product line, can you? Because you don't got any new ideas in your head. Nothing at all. With testing attached to it. Can't do that, can you? That product doesn't work well. You got to do all those tests. See all these tests popping up? This is the test. This is what you have to do. We did that black and test outside. There you go, outside. That's a black piece of fabric. That's the same black cloth material we give away for free. I sat there and said in videos many times that a surface can pick up, but it can't pick up white light. If you don't have our product, it's not the same thing. You don't own my product. If that was my product at the end of the day, that surface wouldn't come up looking like that. If you're saying you own my product, show me receipts. This is the reason why we're going to court at the end of the year for the dumb stuff that you do. You're going to have to show bare receipts that you purchased that product. They don't want to hear, oh, I got it from another customer. That's not enough in court because they want to know what customer did you get it from. Can you name the name of the customer? Remember, you're going to be under oath. You have to get that information up. And then I'm going to go into my books and look up and go, okay, what customer was this? So-and-so, and so-and-so, and so. Yeah. And mine, this products have batch numbers on them. And gee whiz, this guy, I'm telling you, not a very smart person at all. Not a very smart person at all. Jamie is so embedded with hatred and anger and being, I couldn't imagine what your life is like. Like you are always full of hate all the time. You're that jealous of my work? We give you plenty of opportunities to do tests on your products and you refuse to. Whose problem is that? Not mine, it's yours. No, you're sitting there talking about how I don't have any business. I got a kitchen table full of orders going out. And I got more orders pushing in right behind that. That's why I'm trying to get those out so get the other ones taken care of. I just spent $1,000 in supplies. And here you are dropping your prices on your products because they're not selling. Right there on camera, dropped it from 90 to 60 bucks. Should be lower than that. As a matter of fact, the 2.0 should be free. Since you did show people how to make it for free, I don't think you should sell that product at all. The Cinemax should be the same price. No, it should be under the price of a quart of network grade 773 because the customer can do the same thing. And the rest of your products, at the end of the day, should be taken off the site altogether until there's proper testing on your product to show that it actually works. The UV mix shouldn't be there at all, period, because the customer sat there and said that his entire basement did the exact same thing. You didn't see a difference between his basement and the UV mix. And if any of the customers were to request test demonstrations, what did you say out of your mouth? You said the customer tests the screen. How does the customer test the screen? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So let me get this straight. You buy brakes for your car, it's not up to the company to test the brakes, it's up to the customers to test the brakes. I know customers are being used as professional crash dummies. At the end of the day, that's kind of jacked up. This is what happens when you don't educate yourself at the end of the day, Jamie. You make a dumb video like that, and we can come on here and embarrass you that fast, that easy. It's going to take me a couple minutes to come here and embarrass you. I can go back to my test demonstrations and show you where our products. Oh, I forgot. You can't do that. You don't have any test demonstrations on your products. All right. You just have a lot of deleted videos that we can't seem to find. A lot of them. A little too much. Oh my goodness, he has no test whatsoever done. You want to see something interesting? Watch this. This is interesting. Excuse me, people. So I'm going to show you something really different, interesting. You see my pants that I have on? Even that doesn't even match my screen. It actually matches the same material that the black golf cloth matches. Ta-da! Yeah, a lot of people noticed that in the forum site when I was actually showing off. As a matter of fact, the screen's black and my shirt is kind of a light green, and that screen is picking up a high enough level to blend into the shirt that I'm wearing, but it won't match my pants that I'm walking in front of the screen. This is why we call you an idiot at the end of the day. I'm going to title this video Idiot and put your name next to it. This is why we call you an idiot. You don't test your stuff. I can walk in front of that screen with a black suit on and it won't even blend into that screen. As a matter of fact, that's a fantastic demonstration to do for my storefront. Ooh, thank you for the idea. I'm using that one. But anyway, if you notice, my screen is not green. It's not a light green, but it happens to blend in to it because it picks up a high enough white level. Where my black pants won't even blend into the screen because my black pants don't have the capability to actually pick up a white level. Neither does the black surface. On the other end, it's called black magic. We've been to this already before. I've had this conversation with this individual before. About a year back, we had this conversation before, where we try to bring up the same dumb nonsense. This is the same individual when I was doing a demonstration against a 135-inch Elite screen, showing the white side of the screen versus our product. And when I went to pull the screen back, he pops into our site and he goes, "Hey, do the black side of the vinyl, see if it matches." We did this already. We embarrassed you right on live streaming. You got mad and left the room. And then Danny comes in and does the exact same dumb thing you do and say, "Hey, what does it look like on the vinyl?" It's the same thing. You guys are idiots at the end of the day. You are. You're basically slow idiots. We've done this stuff already. What's going on in your heads at the end of the day? You're missing brain cells, or the piston's not firing off. What's going on? We've done all this already. The problem is that you don't test your stuff. And then you come up with these weird, dumb ideas at the end of the day. Oh, maybe they've done this one. Maybe they've done that one over there. We've done it already. We've been on this merry-go-round before. I've seen the scenery already. Is there a second time around the block on this nonsense? I entertain this, Jamie, just to share at the end of the day how dumb you are. That we've done this already. I've done this demonstration, this test too many times to count. And you don't come and just demonstrate, it's the same thing as this product. If you buy my product and actually buy from my website with receipt in hand, then you would have the real product and you would notice that it doesn't match a black surface, but you don't have my product. Curiosity, what product do you claim you have? Because again, all right, we made this crystal clear to Mr. Matthew. At the end of the day, if that is your container floating around and they're doing that, I'm taking this to civil court and suing you for $1 million. That's why we haven't filed yet. We're supposed to file this month on you for small claims court, but it's been put on hold. Because now they're looking at the videos. They want to know if that is your container because we don't have any of the screen paint that was sold to them. They have never purchased anything from us. Jamie hasn't bought anything from us. Danny definitely hasn't bought anything from us. So what containers they're claiming that that's supposed to be our product? And if that's yours, then I will see you in civil court with a $1 million lawsuit. Now, I'm not going to look into that video because they're a bunch of idiots at the end of the day. We know what they do. But the attorneys will. Those are the ones who are going to be looking into it. All right. That being said, I'm not going to waste any more time with this. I'm going to do a demonstration in a few minutes because I have to show a spray-on application with the black technology, and I have to send it out to 2 people who actually order our products. They can show you the demonstration on how we do it. Other than that, you guys are idiots. I mean, about as slow can possibly get. You're idiots. Literally, we can tell you that you're desperate. Just literally just desperate. It's like almost like a cry for help at the end of the day. Black surface or any black surface, and when it's high enough lumens, and once all that's done, that's all normalized. Then I have to go to the product. I ain't gonna bother you do any challenges. Not gonna bother you post tests. You can't do any of that stuff because your product doesn't work. So what's the point? You don't do any tests anyway. And again, after seeing your product match Network Grade 773, I would never send a dime to you on that. So none of this stuff I would send a dime to you. I told you, we tested it, this product, on the Network Grade 773. It did more than match that Cinemax. I tell you, that matched 2.0 Personal Mix and it matched the Cinemax, all of them. But you noticed something, right? When we did the test, we showed that it matched all 3 of those screen paints. Did you notice that he only matched one of his products against it? He didn't go back and test the rest of them? Yeah, that's why. Because he already knew. Off camera, he did the test. I guarantee you, bar none, he did those tests off camera. And that's why he never spoke of it ever again. Have you seen any more tests that he's done against Network Grade 773? Nope. Seen any tests against Slip Silver Microblend? Nope. None of them. He won't go near them. Because his product will match it. That's why. And if you can, and keep in mind, he can't make any new products. He's stuck there. Can't do that. We gave him a challenge to make new products. He can't do it. The only thing he has is what he has. That's it. We gave him the option to make something new. And if I want to make, I got so much stuff in my cookbook at Crystal Ridge, it's not even funny. He hasn't made anything new. And then he has to have tests attached to him. He's deleting videos faster than he's basically making. Here we go, demonstration page. Man, you're really slow behind, man. You haven't caught up to jack on anything. You're gonna be out there lying to people telling you your stuff works with 3D. You're gonna put that next on your page, your products work for 3D application. You don't even own the equipment for it. Let me see. Excuse me, part my friend was laughing about was the fact that When I had a house, my screens were bigger than you. I got an apartment, my screens are bigger than yours. I don't get how that even works. I got a 159 inch, and oh man, I hate that when the Fire Sticks. Why my computer says I'm on the Fire Sticks? I got a 159 inch, 1610 customized in the first room, and then here I got. I gotta measure these screens out. I think they're dual 150s because yeah, I think they're 150 inch duals. They might be 150 inch duals in here. Yeah, they're 150 inch duals in here. And my projector setup in here cost me $200. And you are sitting on a $3,300 piece of equipment. You can't even show a proper contrast level, and if alone be in a fully lit environment. You're not saving anybody any money. Excuse me, you can't save money yourself. Let's see what we got here in our category. Yeah, it's a lot of videos, and it's called testing, Jamie. This is what it's called, testing. You don't do these tests. So that's why you're scared to do your demonstrations, because you don't do proper testing. Look, this is your product right here. This is me leveling your product real quick on 2 projectors. I did it at 1,000 lumens and I did it at 5,000 lumens, and your screen paint didn't pick up for jack. Let's see, these are paint on demonstrations. Danny boy, you don't want to be in that section. We paint those screens in no time at all. Motorized projection screens, been there, we've done that. Ultra short throw displays on that. What section is this? Oh, advanced ambient projection technology. All right, that section over here. Oh, we still got videos to put in there. Let me see, 720p versus 4K versus, let me see, yeah, versus 4K. Yeah, 4K versus 720p, 1080p versus 720p. Demonstrations, you haven't done that because you're afraid to come off your crutch projector. Oh, this is an embarrassing demonstration in here altogether. These are all demonstrations done on $60 projectors and the Optoma GT 5500 in fully lit environments. You will never, ever be able to match any one of these demonstrations because your product's not tested. Black on black tests. Ooh, we got a lot in here. We did a lot of black on black tests. We got black on black tests going back to the 7s, probably farther back than that. Look at this right here. Black on black tests is where I actually painted into the screen with black paint. Prove the difference between our product and black paint. This is a demonstration. Oh, this is done on a 7. I think this was done on a 7. Yeah, I've done on a 7 somewhere out of town right there. This is more black on black demonstrations, but you want to have one demonstration on a gray versus gray on your product. Oh, wait, you did. You had the Network Gray 773. You matched that screen, didn't you? Oh, well. That's got to suck.
You don't know what they're talking about at the end of the day.
That's black paint. So what I did was basically in this demonstration, ladies and gents, I went in and I actually displayed a white level on the screen only. And that is black fabric, by the way. That's the same black fabric we gave away for free. And I decided to paint into the screen with black paint. Do you have any tests like this? No. This is why we never see you on forum sites. We never see you in there. Because if I go into a forum site and I see somebody displaying gray paint, you know about just about everybody makes gray paint in a forum site. There's actually a section in there too for people who make gray screen paints. We see them in there all the time. So majority, most of those people in there who have setups, who have diamond screens, or they have actually tampered with or had a gray screen there. And the first thing I'm going to say is, well, nah, I don't see anything special with that because that's just basically Home Depot paint or something mixed with black and white paint. That's literally what they're going to say. Can you show me a difference between your product and black and white paint or a Behr Silver Screen or one of those paints that they're used to bumping into? Can you show me a difference? And that's something you can't do because you match those products. When we go into these sites, the first thing they say is, well, look, I can do the same thing with black paint. I can do the same thing with black fabric. Well, we can come in and say, oh, no, you can't. Because it's not going to work out that way. Gee whiz, we did a lot in this video. We never do anything easy in any demonstration. Look, here's, not only did I do the paint on with the screen, let me see. Yeah, we did. We paint this whole thing, didn't we? Boom, boom. So the reason why we're showing this is just to point out to Jamie that you're desperate. I look at that as, that's not hurting my business at all. How can I explain this to you? I can't explain to you enough. Are you an atheist by any chance? I'm just curious to know. Because I've told you 1,000 times that my company is Christian based. You can't take bread off my table, Jamie. Don't work that way. Are you saying you're more powerful than God? Is that what you're saying? Because for a person who's supposed to be the biggest scammer on the face of the planet, I don't match house paint or any other product. Our products are all tested and displayed on our website. I have more video demonstrations that were tested and done than your product. I have more screens, more projectors than you have ever owned. And I can back my product on every level I can possibly think of. When you, on the other hand, got a website filled with screen paints that are matching with you in videos, actually matching the product. I don't have any stolen Google images on my page. You do. My shipping policy is not designed to steal from my customers. Yours is. That's kind of messed up. Yippery. You're just jealous.
I'm looking at you
Sometimes
right
too.
now.
And I've yet to see you test any certified screens. Look how my shirt don't even match the screen. Ha ha ha! Doesn't pick up the white levels at all, period. That's so embarrassing, isn't it? Let me see the draw on the screen. Ah, you're a sad kid, Jamie. I call you a kid because you're not even a man. White levels. Oh, these are certified. Yes, they are certified. These are elite certified screens. Heck yeah. Let me do the certified elite screens. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Yeah, right. There's no certified screen that can match my tech. My goodness. You guys are so jealous. Look, you have to understand this, Jamie. Look, my business runs for my Lord and Savior. Before I even met you, knew that you even existed or anywhere. You can't take anything off my table. Only God can take off my table. No matter what you plot, no matter what you do, you're always going to be outed as what you are. And it's a person who cheats and steals from its customers, who cannot back his products up. We have tests to back everything up. We're good. So you can't take anything off my table at all. It is never going to happen. You've been trying to do this for like how many years? And I'm still here? And my company just is bigger and better? Yeah. These were the elite screens, weren't they? Look at that. Boom, 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 boom.
Another one. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 certified screens.
Look at this. And got bored, grabbed some more and put them up there. Look at that.
Look at me.
Added more to the screens. Actually, these are your products right here. We're washing out.
That's an absolute product. Your personal makes the thing on your website.
We have more up here. Yeah. What product was that?
Now you're watching me take your screen, any screen print I made, and my own technology and blow it out. No problem.
Yeah, that's why I blew your screen paint out of the water. I blew this product clean out of the water. I actually bought his paint, then made his paint, and then used both of them, blew them both out at the same time against our demonstration. That's pretty messed up. Right, you deserved it anyway. You really got to stop acting like your product works. It really doesn't work at all. It really doesn't. You robbed a lot of people. You robbed a lot of people. You better hope your customers don't get together and basically hit you with fraud charges and get a petition started, because you can get sued for a lot of money. They get out there and start putting that house paint 1 and 1 and 2 together with that house paint, you're done at the end of the day. And you ain't got nothing to back you or help you in court. Any one of your customers can get you easily. You got nothing to back your products up. We got batch numbers attached to our stuff. We can easily go in and back our products up. We got tons of tests on our products. Our products are tested before they even ship out to the customers. All these tests are time stamped. Before the customer can even buy the product, it's tested. You don't have this. So that means any one of your customers ever get a feeling they want to get a petition started to sue you, oh, they can do it easily. And even they can go to your website and use your own website against you, because clearly it states on your website that the customer doesn't get anything from the return policy. That's another reason why how you can win an easy claim. And for him to sit there and talk to people like how to win a claim toward us, Jamie, you've never won a claim toward us. Not one time. Name one time you show me one document from PayPal showing that you want a claim from us. Even PayPal's been to your website and marked it as a scam site. Information's not coming up correctly. It doesn't make any sense. The shipping policy is a freaking circus ride. There's different forms of policies on the front page and not matching things in the shopping cart. At one point, you say you basically can paint up to 100 to 135-inch screen, but it says something completely somewhere else. Yeah, they don't honor his page for Jack. They don't honor it. Yeah. Oh well. What are these? Paint on demonstrations. This is what you call the screen. This has got to be the 135. Excuse me. That would be the silver ticket. Silver ticket has a weird coating on it. We know those things for a fact on the silver tickets.
Okay, I know it's early in the
135
morning,
inch
people, but you have to understand my schedule is crazy, okay? Every time I do a video.
All right, Jamie, I'm done with you. I'm moving on. I got things to do. I'm gonna look at this real quick. I meant to stare to watch this for a while. That's my other one. I painted right there.
Than usual because I'm going to be stacked in with orders for the next.
Danny, you don't know jack about painting. How many fixed frame screens did you have that you painted? I painted so many fixed frame screens, it's not even funny. So with Danny, gee whiz, I swear. Oh my goodness, this one at the end of the day. Ain't much we can say about him. We already know the deal behind Danny. We're not gonna go into it, but he told customers that remove the rail from the back of a tension screen. Have you lost your marbles? Them things are hard enough to get in there as it is. The screens put together, it's a nightmare getting them in and getting them back out. I know, I've done one, a couple before. So it's not good to do. You're talking about take apart the screen, take the material out, and paint over it. First things first, one of the biggest problems you're going to have is when you're painting over a screen like that, the screen needs to be stretched out. It needs to be stretched out so you can get into all those nooks and crannies perfectly without basically, if you paint the screen while it's out of the frame, it's not fully stretched out. And what's going to happen is when you start to stretch the screen out, you're going to see little lines all over your screen where your roller didn't make contact with that surface. That's what's going to happen. It has to be stretched out. That way you can basically marry the product to the surface perfectly because it's stretched out like a drum. You don't want it laying flat because you can have wrinkles and all kinds of stuff will pop up. Another thing too, will actually you'll have a problem with is that sometimes when you roll these screens, the roller can get stuck around the edge of the screen and you can roll the screen and the roller at the same time. Now you got paint on the back side of your screen and the front at the same time because the roller got wrapped around the material. So it's best that it stays on the frame. It's much easier just to pad the back of the bar of the frame. That's all you have to do, pad the back of it. It's not going to cause any problems. It's just going to allow you to not leave an imprint bar across your screen. And when you put your frog tape around it, make sure you tape the entire screen. Some people just tape this part right here, the bottom part around the corners. What happens if you roll, you can bump that or roll over top of it and destroy your velvet. So you paint the whole thing up. And then when you take your paint tape, you put it a little closer to the edge and you tuck it up underneath the screen. That way your paint's splashing around in there like a hockey puck. Then at least you don't have to have, when you unpeel it, you have this little trace of whatever color you had, you put up there that deletes, alleviates all that and gets rid of it altogether. And I always tell people, don't wait till the screen dries and peel off the tape because it's going to be a headache. It's going to marry itself to the velvet, pull it off right after you get done painting it. It's very easy to do. Then you got the whole thing put together and you're done. Hang it up and you're finished. That's it. Don't take apart jack. Now what I like to do if I want to get into my corners nicely, I've used socks. I use paint brushes to make a difference. What you want to do is you want to get in your corners real nice. Take a nice little roller, whatever you want to use, or you want to use basically a paintbrush. I use socks, what doesn't make a difference. And when you want to smooth it out, all you got to do is take your roller, you lean it up on a slant, and you just get right in that groove area, and that's it. That's all. Pretty easy to do. See with the brush, that's all you're doing. You're not going to have brush lines because when you take your roller, you're going to slant it on a tilt.
especially in those little areas like there in the corner. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
Now, while I'm doing that whole demonstration, you're watching a screen that's already finished being displayed on the wall in a fully lit environment.
Now, keep in mind, I've had some customers contacting me. Come on, man, I know you got spots. I know you got spots. Call me at a certain time, not pick it up. Because I think you don't call anybody at. When I was growing up, you would call people at a certain time. Certain time zones. You call me up at 8 o'clock at night. All right, so now we can reach.
Now, with the whatchamacallit, with the silver tickets have a special coating on the surface. So, usually what happens, when I tell people, when you see that special surface on the coating, when you paint over it, you're going to see the white parts of the screen start to push through. Do not force it. It just best not to force it. Put a light coating on it first, then after it dries, go over it, and you're done. That's it. That's all you got to do. Or you just prime it, whatever way you want to do it, but that's how I do it.
With that roller, and just go right over top of it. Because we got in this corner. Because if you don't, you have a little white line all the way around the corner of your screen. I like whatever they made this material out of for this screen. This is really easy to paint. Extremely easy to paint. Because usually when I'm dealing with a screen that's PVC, one of the problems I have is that screen would separate, that paint would separate on me. On that screen because that PVC would have a kind of a coating on it.
What are you doing?
Right here. I'm gonna buy some more of these. Oh no, I'm sorry, I gotta put that link in. I mean, I haven't even gone, trust me, I've been so busy. I haven't even had time to go in and put the information in some of the videos. So anytime you don't see a video with information in it, that's because I'm working on 4 or 5 different projects at the same time. Go and check our specification sheet on our website.
Now, how I like to do my screens,
Specification sheet.
how I like to do my screens is I like to, simple and plain. I take my paintbrush, I get my corners in nicely. I take my roller, I put it on a slant so I get it in there real nicely to smooth it out. I do my corners around here all the way around, and I go dot, 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 and that's it, I'm finished. That's why I explained to Danny, it shouldn't take that long to paint a screen in. That's literally way too long to paint a screen in with all this freaking crazy instructions attached to it. I can literally disassemble and reassemble a Ferris wheel blindfolded before I get one of your screens painted in. It should never take that long, ever. It's supposed to be an easy job, and that first job going on has to be great for the customer. Because again, you got he or she that's going to be painting the screen in, and their confidence level isn't going to be all that high. Some people have never really painted before, feel they're going to mess the screen up somehow. If they start off with the screen coming out looking crappy, and you're telling them at the end of the day they just got to get the surface wet, that's the dumbest thing I've heard in my entire life. I mean, physically, when you're painting the screen, the surface is wet. It doesn't make any sense. So if that first coating is going to come on looking trifling, that's not going to help their confidence level. It's going to drop it a lot. That first coat has got to come out looking nice, and it should be the only coat that they have to do. And they should be to get fast results from the door. That's why we do the paint and dry demonstration. We paint the screen in, and we dry it right on camera and show a video of it so it shows the customer how easy it is to apply. When I came here, I set 2 screens up for myself. I did a frameless screen that all I had to do was just connect it to the wall, and I was done, no frame. And the other one I just painted in. It took me hours to paint the screen in. That's insane. Even when I had these walls in here, and these walls have never been primed. These walls in here had that child protective coating. All I had to do was just hit the wall one time, let that application dry on it, and boom, go over and I was done. That was it. Nobody's going to work that hard to paint a screen. Nobody. Oh, that's a 235. Whoa. How the freak did I get that down the stairs? Because my hallway wasn't exactly what... Yeah, because I had to go into the bathroom. How did I get that thing downstairs? I definitely didn't take it apart. I know that for a fact. Because it wasn't fitting upstairs. Upstairs, all we could do is fit 135s could only fit upstairs. Unless we did the whole wall, we could go bigger. But I couldn't go on this side because I had to use short though only because I didn't have the distance to do a bigger screen. And then on this side, I had a window there. That's where we built the theater room in. We had to build it on this side because again, we needed the distance and everything else, the chairs and all. That's pretty much it. And you're done. That's 135. Yeah, that's 135 right there. The one upstairs is 138 at 235.1. That's my elite screen. That's my Aegis elite screen in the next room. I think that's 100 inches. That was 100 inches because the 126 was bigger than that. It was way bigger than that. Scream at the coffin, people. I'm getting over from dying. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that was it. That was 135. 100. This was going to go downstairs, so I was going to swap it out. Put this one in the front because we had it on the deck, and take the 135 was put up here because I couldn't get anything bigger in there. Because if this had been 235.1, this painting would have to come down. It'd been too far. It'd been right over to here. If that was the size of the screen. But that's how long. It shouldn't take long to paint the screen in. Fixed frame screen. This was.
I mean, all y'all got good food. I would love to be able, before I pass away, to be able to go.
Oh, this is where I got my game chair. They got my recliner? No, I got my recliner. Recliner came in. That's the recliner for upstairs.
I'm concerned about the part right here because
That's the part I'm concerned around. The box is busted open. And this is the brim of the chair. I hope this didn't get damaged.
Oh, they shipped me half the chair. I remember that incident. I had the
let's
chair in the
see.
next room. They shipped me half the chair.
Oh, no, no.
I gotta take it apart upstairs anyway, bit by bit. Chair.
My chair, half my chair.
I'm going to spend many nights of Fable. When Fable comes out, that Fable comes to the Xbox Series. I'm getting the PS5, but I'm more excited about the Xbox Series because of Fable. I told you I'm a huge fan of Fable. I'm going to spend many days
Oh,
in
that
this
never
chair
came
playing
up, by the
Fable.
way.
I can see it now, man. I'm a huge fan of Fable, and I cannot wait.
Didn't spend any time upstairs doing any gaming whatsoever. All I did was videos upstairs. I should have done much time I get a chance to play with my stuff. What screen was this one? Oh, was this the 92? Gee, was it Shelby? Gee whiz. I'm not a big fan of Shelby screens. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're so freaking heavy. It's unbelievable. At 98 inch,
Like that, so you can be real careful.
a 92 inch weighed as much as a freaking car door. I'm not talking about a plastic car door. I'm talking about a 1957 Chevy car door. It's the difference between those two. It took two hands to carry that thing up and down the stairs. When my 126 inch elite screen was basically, I can carry that down a driveway one-handed. That's one thing I give up for elite screens. Their screens are made out of that really lightweight aluminum. That white aluminum, actually, man, it goes a long way. When I had to transport that screen, it was nothing. There it is. Easy to do. Oh, this is where I ran out of paint. I had to make more paint, come back up and finish the screen. Let me see. There's a stall in there somewhere. Yeah, right there. I had to go back and make more paint. I literally ran out. Come back up. Did I hang this screen when I got done? And mind you, we got the middle part padded because that keeps people. It keeps you don't want to. You want to make sure you pad the middle part because due to the fact that you will get something called a bar imprint. You don't want that. Trust me. I learned about the bar imprint the hard way. I built myself a 200-inch screen. This is when I was in the other house. I built a 200-inch screen by scratch. All wood, built the whole thing. And I had 4 rails behind the back of the screen. When I painted over it, excuse me, I was downstairs looking at the screen. I was like, what the freak? Every time these white levels came up, I just saw this huge bar staring at me, these lines across my screen. Then I realized it was the imprint from the wood I had on the back of the screen. So I had to get back up, go in there the next day, pull the whole screen down, flip it over, pad it, repaint the whole thing all over again. That's an interesting way the 200-inch screen had to be hung because I couldn't hang it up on the wall because that thing went from ceiling to floor. So that wasn't going to work. I had to use something called a coffee table effect, where basically it was kind of what's the word for it? It was anchored from the wall. It was anchored. How do I have that thing anchored in? Yeah, it was anchored from the wall. It was actually anchored from the wall, but it had little them not toilet paper, but the paper towel rolls in the back of it. So it would press against the wall, wouldn't have any issues. It was a very easy way of hanging it. So see that? Easy, make cheesy, and done. That's it. I don't understand what the freak is going on with your instructions, Danny. See how easy it is for the paint, and the customer never has to worry about having an ugly roll when he starts off. See how I'm done. That's it. Nine hours to paint a freaking screen, and gee whiz Louise. And the freaking instructions that come with it are insane. And pick up the screen, pull the material out the back of it, and these really complicated instructions to make it seem like it was really difficult to do the project scene ideas, which is actually kind of stupid. Because people were at the paint the screen like, oh, step A, step B, step C. This is stupidity, dumb nonsense. So that fast, it takes me to paint the screen in, or the customer. And then come in and move my fabric at the back of the screen. And then come in, dry the screen. Have you have a fan in the room? I think we need to have a fan in the room. And no time at all. Done. That's it. That's how fast it should take you to paint the screen. All right, well, that's basically about it for me. I gotta go and I gotta do this demonstration on showing people how to paint in rear black projection screen. Is this right here? Where's it at? Here we go, spray on application. This is where I saw the idiot at, who sat there and said, oh, you do the same thing with, yeah. Jamie, you seriously, you need to crack books at the end of the day. Read, crack books, educate yourself at the end of the day. You do some of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Really, seriously, you really do. Between you and that other nut job who basically tells people it takes 9 hours to paint a screen in, dumb stuff at the end of the day. And drop your prices even lower. Ain't nobody's gonna buy anything from you. I'm gonna go back over here where I was at, and I was looking at basically some of our
How's everybody doing out there? First of all, my name is Kenneth.
Our rear projection technology. Let me see.
screen's black. The hard part is to do the screen with a wider and brighter demonstrator. This is why the black screens have been selling out faster than the silver. The silver is actually gorgeous. I mean,
Now, also too, getting back to Danny Boy real quick. You see the back of that screen right there? That's a vinyl, black vinyl behind the back of the screen. You see this surface right here that's coated with our front and rear invisible technology? You see the difference between the white levels here and the white levels here? That's a venue projector that's hitting that screen right now. You notice that the vinyl is picking up a very dark level. This is why we call you guys idiots, because we do this stuff all the time. You know, different forms of fixed frame screens that I've had. You think it didn't cross my mind once to just flip the screen around and see if there's a comparison, if they would match my screen, if this may not ever come up in a conversation? You guys are so late to the party. I mean, you're always late to the party. Stuff that you guys talk about, we have been there and done it already. It's just as dumb when you guys came with that ingenious idea where you thought that you challenged me to make Danny's black product. We did that in 2019. A year after you guys finally got around to asking us to do the demonstration, we done it already. Why is it always we end up doing all the challenges, getting the demonstrations done, and you jokers don't do jack at the end of the day? But cry in the corner, whine, cry about this, that, and the other, and come up with some of the dumbest ideas we ever heard. Did that already. There's the screen right there, black vinyl screen right there. Gee whiz, man. I would say you would be dumber than dirt, but then again, dirt probably would be much smarter.
screen you're looking at right here.
And if anyone feels at the end of the day that I have offended them by belittling their intelligence, then I would basically suggest you go out and buy Hooked on Phonics, or maybe try to, I wouldn't even vouch for them as being intelligent, because then it basically tells you at the end of the day that you're not that intelligent at all, period. I'm sorry, but you're just not. Gee whiz. You guys are not that smart at all. Where's it going with that? I need to go to the this right now. I'm questioning all his customers right now. We question his customers. Now, the only ones we don't question at the end of the day are those who've never been to the website. Oh, good gracious, I can't even give them credit. I can't do it. I can't give them credit. I tried, I can't. You had to read through the website. You had to. There's no way around this thing. You had to read through the website. You had to. How in the world did you read through that website and literally look at that and think, think about it. I'm pretty sure that his customers have to be intelligent people. They're on the earth. They survived. They do know how to read the back of bottles that say don't drink this and don't consume that. So they have to know something at the end of the day. How in the world did you possibly go through that website and not clearly see that this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about? I had umpteen people at a dinner get together go through his website. And everybody came out of that website was like, were they drunk? They can clearly see that he doesn't know what he's talking about. A friend of mine there, he's a professional in projectors and all that other crazy stuff. He does all that 7D mapping and all this crazy stuff in the day. Even he read through that website. Yeah, he must have been doing mushrooms or something when he wrote this stuff, because none of this stuff is making any sense. And he clearly sat there and said in the demonstration that the Frankenstein cannot be used for home use. He doesn't suggest it. Have you seen it tested any place else besides a home? The place that the guy who was trying to show it off and try to slander our products, he was in a home. And all the demonstrations that he did on the products were at a home. But he claims that you can't use it for home. Gee, my goodness. Yeah. So let's say we go into a forum site, and my customers go to your customers, yeah, but is your product tested? What are you going to say? Apparently nothing. Your product's not tested. Or our products don't match house paint. What about yours? Your product matches house paint. Well, we got a fantastic shipping policy. What about your? Oh, but your policy is designed to steal from your own customers. Gee whiz, that's pretty bad. Ours is ambient light rejection technology, but you claim yours is not ambient light rejection technology, and we've seen the results. I work with venue projectors. There's no way in the world a venue projector should ever come out looking that bad, that washed out, especially at the caliber that machine was at the end of the day. There's no way in the world. It's just that the venue projectors don't work on light gray screens, and they do not work on white screens. They don't function well. They wash out. But you convince people that your products do work, and they don't work. Because if I ever find out who that company is, I'm going to ask them to display a Starfield demonstration out there. I'm pretty sure that projector has a very beefy contrast capability attached to it. And if that being the case, I would love to see them do a Starfield off of it. Because that's the one thing that was avoided the most. The contrast loads were completely skipped in the entire demonstration. I told you that from the very beginning, that anytime you see demonstrations on the screens and they're displaying nothing but white levels, this is because the screen does not have the capability, color levels, because the screen can't produce contrast. They're going to show a lot of color levels, but this is going to fade out less. But even in the demonstration, the color levels dropped by a lot. And I mean by a lot. Now, can you imagine that customer who had the 3500 lumen 4K projector, how badly his image would have washed out if he was in that environment? And there you go. And they had a venue, and the venue washed out that bad. Looking for this, I think I sent one to the other customer on basically that invisible technology. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. What you up to, around? That was something else right there. Around. Yeah, this is a good, interesting one. This is where he made the claim that our products don't work on 4K. That's a PX747 4K projector by ViewSonic, 3500 lumens. At 9 o'clock in the morning. At a 126-inch screen, custom levitating screen with a 4-inch border around the screen. You don't build anything like that. You don't build anything. Nothing. Oh, I missed this screen. This is a really good screen too. It's nice too. Nice levitation. I had to make sure that the screen was pushed out far enough, but I need the LED lights to hit it. Hey, what's up, Spunky Boy? Your tie and bow tie get here today. So now you can be the inspector, the CEO, the boss. Your stuff will be here today. He's excited about that. Rear technology.
The L'Oreal Bumping Water Cream. Look at this bounce. I love it. You will love
I hate
it.
to call people idiots at the end of the day, but what else can you call it? I mean, what else can you? What else can you call it? He's been doing this for quite some time. He should have been doing something different. He should have at least been designing something different by now. Oh, that's the laser projector. I forgot about the Casio laser projector. You don't make nothing new. All you do is run behind me all day. Anything we bring out, any promotion we put out, run behind me and go, oh, look at this. We've done these tests already. I got to send this one over. This is the other one. We have the other black on the front and rear. Oh yeah, that's the 720p ViewSonic. Oh, this thing's got so expensive to get those projectors now. Them projectors like $800 for a 720p. Gee whiz, it got expensive for those particular models. All right, we're past our time here, people. I got to get over here. I got these orders to take care of today, and I got more orders coming in on top of that. Yeah, good luck with that whole trying to destroy my company thing, because that's not going to work out too well. Jamie, I'm going to see you in court real soon. Because I don't think right now projection screens and all that stuff should be any interest to you right now. Right now, you're going to figure out how you're going to survive when we get done with you. This man's not gonna have a penny left to his name. Jamie's being sued for some very serious stuff. Matter of fact, I got to check my account too to see if they sent me any more information, because we got a court date gonna be coming up pretty soon. Again, as I said before, if you ain't got them permission slips, guess who takes all your money? I do. At the end of the day, you're gonna owe me a lot of money. And I'm not gonna sit there and wait for you to pay it up to me, because you ain't gonna do that. So I'm gonna go right down to basically what they call debt collectors, where I gotta go to. I'm gonna file execution of judgment right on the spot. Pay them $175 right there on the spot. And then right from there, they're gonna inform you that they're gonna make a date to come down to your property and take your stuff from you. Everything they can possibly grab from you. So that day is coming. And that is going to be an amazing day for Mr. Bird. And then when I get done with him, I'll get to the rest of y'all. We got to wait and see what that container is. If that container is floating around and that was Matthews, and at the end of the day, Matthews is going to civil court. All right, well, I got to get here and get this demonstration done. Oh, look at that. That is freaking beautiful. I got to get that information over to these other people. I was in here looking for the invisible products that we need to send over to them, and then I bump into this idiot over here doing dumb stuff as always. We gotta come in here, show our demonstrations like we always do, and just embarrass them all over again. Let me see. Spray on, spray on, spray on. Black rear projection screen. Let me show you how food. My cat eats like a dog, I swear. Eats like a dog. Usually cats take a couple of days to finish up their food. It kills this food off like in one freaking day. Or he jacks it up one or the other. Alright, I'm gonna go with front and rear. Oh, that's front and rear with 200 lumens. I remember that. We put 200 lumens to a black screen. I'll tell you one thing. Since I've been on here hunting around, well, I've been hunting around. The lawyers are hunting around. That's what they're doing. That's what they're getting paid to do anyway. We've seen videos coming down. Good. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I really don't want to take you people to court and sue you and take everything from you. I really don't want to do that. I'd rather have you live the rest of your life not owing anybody any money, including me. I would like to have you live out the rest of your life not being, shrouded and covered in debt. So, I'm not going to say thank you. You should have took them down anyway. You should have never made them to begin with. That's what you should have did. Why should I say thank you? For what? That offends someone, then get the frick off my channel. I got no problem with that. If anybody drops on my channel, I got no problem with that. End of the day, YouTube was only made for advertising for it. That's all it was made for. I mean, people come in and watch, enjoy, but I don't want people to think at the end of the day, then we want people like, oh, I need tons of like, I need tons of... I'm not that person at the end of the day. You come on, you watch, you learn something new, something like that. Hey, more power to you. Get a good idea out of it, make something different out of it, take one of our ideas, whatever. Hey, have fun with it. But I'm not, like that word's for that, but I'm not going to use that word for people just constantly with the likes. I'm good. It's just advertising. That's what it is. Not saying I'm not grateful, but it's advertising. That's what it is for me. It's free advertising. As a matter of fact, I help people get their businesses started. I have a few people that are looking to get businesses started. They don't know how to go about doing it. And I show them how to do it. It's very simple and easy to do. I mean, pretty much, basically, I like to use LegalZoom. That basically protects all my work at the end of the day. You do want to make sure that you do apply for your business tax and all that other good stuff. Make sure you got a license to sell within your state. That kind of comes out handy right there. You make your company under an LLC. It's more professional. At the end of the day, sorry people, I'm sick. There's a couple of things. You want to start off by getting yourself a nice website, build a nice website, get that all set up, get yourself a PayPal business account. You definitely want to go with that. Go to Vistaprint and go get yourself some nice business cards. Any way you're going to do business cards or flyers or you're going to do, I would do all my work through Vistaprint because I do a lot of my stuff through them at the end of the day. They actually do pretty good work at the end of the day. They're good with that. T-shirts, ink pens, all that stuff, calendars, you name it, they do it at the end of the day with no problem. I like working with them. Or if you have special art that you want, they have sections where you can put your own special art down and design your own custom cards any way you want to design them. I actually have plastic business cards. I mean, anything you want. You can have gold trim, all the whole 9 yards, some gorgeous stuff. I always tell people, if you're going to do a business card, spend the money. Definitely spend the money. A business card makes and breaks you at the end of the day. When you're passing out that card, if the paper's cheap and flimsy, people most likely going to throw that away. Or they're going to tuck it deep in the back of their freaking wallet where they will never bring that out. But if you got a business card that surprises them, they will show people the business card because the business card is unique. I got plastic cards, like I say. So when I pull my cards out and I give a person the card, they go, wow, they look at it, go, man, this is pretty cool. I've never seen that. They keep that card. Not only do they keep that card, they show that card off to other people. Advertisement is advertisement. Advertisement, best advertisement is word of mouth. So it's easy. And YouTube and all these other form sites, different forms of multimedia platform form sites, are fantastic for advertising for your business, to get it out there, to get it known. Facebook has fan pages that you can do. Do not go in and pay for the boosting. I've done that already. Doesn't do much at all. I think most of it are butts anyway. But anyway, yeah, don't do the boosting at all, period. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can have your company off the ground in no time at all. You know what I mean? And for me personally, because I'm a Christian at the end of the day, my business is based off my Lord and Savior. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have anything to begin with at all, period. That's what I believe in. That's the reason why my orders stay coming in. That's why in the middle of COVID, which I was kind of terrified, we banked in COVID like crazy. That shows you didn't do it. The Lord protects his own. He does. Our business flourished like crazy. And it flourished so much that I was terrified about how I was going to get all the orders out. And the Lord blessed for that to work out too. Any stumbling block that we got to come across, anything we got to face, any uphill battle we got to go through, God makes it easier for us to get through everything we need to get through. That's why I don't worry about when these jokers come on here carrying on and acting up and doing dumb stuff. We expose them, we put them on blast, which they should be, but they can't take anything off my table. And they try, it doesn't work out too well for them. This is the test surface, isn't it? Yeah, this is the wrap on the test surface of the surface. I'm trying to find the spray on application we did for this.
Right here is directly contact with that screen. All right, let's do another one.
But for the people that are spraying these on, I'll do that in the next video because I don't want to taint it with this one. All right, I got to go. I got to come back in. I got to talk about this screen right here because we got people they're doing these displays. It's a very easy application to put on. It's really not that hard.
That right there is our luminous ambient light projection.
Can't go heavy to the screen. This is the only screen that we make, screen print we make, that does require multiple applications. There's a reason why. I'll tell you in the next video. It has nothing to do with some optical layer building system. And no, none of that. No, it just doesn't. And I'll tell you why. All right, gotta go, and God bless.